My sister asked me to hand over my house, and when I said no, she burned part of it down. Later, my parents begged me to save her from the charges. I let the police take her anyway. I was the responsible one in my family. That just meant nobody helped me because they assumed I'd survive. I worked for years, saved everything, bought a small fixer-upper, and rebuilt it myself after work and on weekends. It was the first thing in my life that was fully mine. My parents acted proud. My younger sister acted like I had something she deserved more. She was the favorite, married, with a kid, and used to getting rescued. The second she saw my place, she started making comments about how one single guy didn't need that much space. At my housewarming, she showed up early with strangers I never invited. They walked through my house like it was theirs. One guy opened my fridge. My nephew scratched the floors I had just finished. My sister kept assigning rooms out loud like she was already moving in. Then she pulled a folder out of her purse. She smiled at me in my own living room. "You should transfer the deed to us." Her husband stepped beside her. We already worked out the rooms. Then she dropped papers on my coffee table. "You can stay in the basement." I looked at her, then at him, then at the papers, and then I laughed. They wanted me to give them my house, keep paying most of the mortgage, and act grateful. My sister said if I refused, I was choosing money over family. My parents tried to hear both sides, like this was normal. My best friend called it what it was, theft with extra steps. So I pointed at the door and threw everyone out. The next morning, my phone exploded. My sister sent long texts calling me selfish and heartless. Her husband kept texting like we were still negotiating, talking about contractors and when we move in. Then she went online and lied that I had thrown out a mother and child because I cared more about empty rooms than family. Relatives started parroting her version like it was fact. My parents saw the screenshots and still told me to apologize because she was emotional. That was when I stopped pretending this was just family drama. I installed cameras, changed locks, and saved everything. A week later, I had to leave for a work trip. Halfway through day 2, the fire department called. There had been a fire at my house. I drove back in a blur. When I got there, the right side of my house was black. The windows were blown out and smoke was still rising. My parents were already there, and before I accused anyone, they started saying my sister would never do something like that. The investigator hadn't even mentioned a suspect yet. That told me enough. My camera caught a hooded figure cutting across the yard. Then the feed died. Minutes later, the fire started. The police asked if anyone had threatened me, so I handed over everything. The texts, the posts, the voice notes. My sister stood nearby, acting offended that I was letting them suspect her. Her husband warned me not to create a false version. He got quiet when the officers kept writing. The case moved fast. They found accelerant near the entrance. A neighbor's camera placed my sister's car near my street. Her story didn't match. She got arrested. My dad called me in a panic. "What did you do?" I told him the truth. "The police arrested her because she burned my house." My mom cried. My dad yelled. Both begged me to change my statement, clarify things, say I wasn't sure. They wanted me to lie so the daughter who torched my home wouldn't face consequences. I said no. Then her husband tried to scare me in my driveway. He rushed me, talking tough. I shoved him back, pinned him, and told him to get off my property. He left mad and embarrassed. My sister took a plea deal. Just one quiet word: guilty. She got probation, counseling, community service, and restitution she couldn't dodge. Insurance helped me recover, but it didn't erase anything. I sold the lot because I never wanted to stand there again. After sentencing, my parents waited outside the courthouse. My mother was crying. My father looked furious. "She's suffered enough," my mom said. I looked at both of them and said the only thing left to say. She needed stability before she set my house on fire. They still wanted me to help her, for her child, for family, for peace. But they never meant peace for me. They meant sacrifice from me. So I blocked all of them. I took a better job 2 states away, moved into a quiet apartment, and started over. My family always called me the strong one. What they meant was I was the one they expected to bleed without complaining. Not anymore. I chose peace. Would you have done anything different?